Welcome back. You're watching Hong Kong versus Afghanistan in the Asian Cup 2023 qualifiers. The AFC's continental showpiece is the next step, and goals from Wong Wai and Matt Orr mean that Afghanistan are trailing by a couple of goals, and they have responded with a string of substitutions. Zohib Amiri will come on, so with Omid Musawi and Azad Zoy. 3 changes, and the first one, of course, in comes Omid Musawi for Popelze. Amiri is already on the pitch. Number 4, he comes in for Noor Hussain. One of Noor Hussain's errors did lead to a goal. And Ahmadi, the number 13, who was looking laboured and very tired in those runs forward, has been replaced by number 9, who you can see just there on the edge of the team huddle, Azad Zoy. Hong Kong have also made a change. Number 16, Philip, has just joined the team. Off goes Ying Zi, number 23, who was taking the corners. So there's going to be a change in set-piece takers as well. And so now that the substitutions have been made and mentioned, it is time for that second half. Hong Kong will be hoping this is not just one good game, but one good run at Group D. And with that in mind, the quest continues. Hong Kong settled and confident. Their job is to make sure they see it off. Any result but a win from this scoreline will be disappointing for Afghanistan. This is already disappointing. They can only make it better.
Number 23.
Incredible how many years Hong Kong have been playing football since. A very, very old football association set up more than 100 years ago in 1914. And of course, 3 divisions below the Hong Kong Premier League. Not a lot of teams in the country, but when it comes to football, Hong Kong have been playing it for a long time, just not finding success since the mid-50s and 60s, almost coinciding with the golden era for India as well. Afghanistan, and their big claim, of course, is the sheer number of players that the country produces, sends out. They have their own troubles. Football, however, has survived the ups and downs. Still no Asian Cup appearance, though, for the Afghans. Philip has come on. He will sit in midfield. Just provides more protection. That is a decent plan from Jon Anderson, the Hong Kong coach. Sun Ming Him couldn't find the right ball, but eventually does work out for Hong Kong. Jon Anderson, of course, scored a lot of goals in his playing career. Amiri, who's slotted in at centre-back for Afghanistan, can play multiple positions. Difficult ball for Zen Peng, but very calmly done. shifted out wide. Afghanistan looking for an early break in the second half. Musavi, was he brought down? Once again, referee was right there, and this time he points. Well, actually, he's pointed towards the goal kick. It seemed he was pointing to the spot. Took his time. Always like to see that from a referee. Waited for a few seconds. I wonder if there was a question of a trip or not. Contact is there. I wonder if the player was already down and on his way to the turf when the contact happened. Uh-oh, there's a mistake. Amiri, who's just come on, almost giving a gift. Puts a hand up and says sorry, but that would have been a torrid start. Law was there, number 2. Harmless little pass, just goes under his studs. More defending to do. Here's another corner. There's the glancing effort. Afghanistan eventually defend it well and then win a free kick off their own. Space out wide. Musavi is there. Azad Zoe is there. And there's a block as well. Excellent work from Yudze Nam. And Musavi has come on and immediately injected some pace and fervour into the team. A pair of fresh legs with a fresh striker to aim at. Just had to find more elevation. Kuyar is going to take this. Sent in with a lot of pace, but soared over everybody. Sharif Muhammad and Amiri is the new centre-back pairing for Afghanistan. Two players who have played in India. And to mention the incredible defensive work of Huang Yang as well, the Hong Kong captain. Keeps the play moving, keeps the ball moving, and defends very well, especially when he steps up. Well, this time it was slightly clumsy from Wong Ho. Nicely into the path of Kufiyar. Kept it in. Sets up a crossing opportunity. If only they can find the space. Not yet. Sharif. Into the gap. Haidari. Oh, into that channel where Omran Haidari had just taken up a very interesting position. Musavi's ball is something that he did not predict. That kind of anticipation, such a big part of any attacker. Hong Kong now more comfortable in going direct, keeping the ball up in the air for a few seconds, buying some time, frustrating Afghanistan. Now, once again, excellent defending from Yu Zainam. Sharif. Whether his duties have been done for the day, Matt, or that remains to be seen, but he might be wrapped up and put on the bench in the next 15-20 minutes, just to be saved for the upcoming challenges of Cambodia and India in the end. Azad Zoe. Najm. It was an intended early diagonal, no height on it. And Sun Ming Him trying to escape with the ball. Najm in the way. Eventually wins a throw in for his side. Afghanistan will get desperate as the minutes tick away. They might throw more bodies forward, and that'll allow Hong Kong the space to make more runs in behind. Sharif. Najm, slightly short for him, still manages some kind of cross. First challenge always very difficult in a group. It can set the tone for the rest of the fixtures. And that said, we've seen stranger things happen in situations like this, where group winners are guaranteed a passage into the AFC Asian Cup. There is also that sweetener of finishing among the 5 best runners-ups. Farshad Noor was just going to pull the trigger, but Philip has been brought on to do exactly that, to not allow him to do so. Just bobbed in front of him with a perfect bounce, but well done, Philip. Kuyar will take another corner. And the last one went over every player in the box. This time he will hope to find somebody. Thought of a short one, eventually took it short. Kuyar, there's the cross in. Is that a foul? It is a foul. It goes Hong Kong's way. Just had to squeeze that ball in. He caught his man Azad Zoe while he was going for that attempt. If only Hong Kong could have more possession in midfield. They're prioritizing defense. There's more than 30 minutes in this game left. One goal for Afghanistan, and Hong Kong will be a bundle of nerves. That can always happen at 2-1. But that control they had in midfield in the latter half of the first 45, Afghanistan have taken that away. They've wrestled it back. They've got to make it work in attack. You can see how Hong Kong are not even pushing forward, just maintaining shape. They've done their work. It's now up to Afghanistan to find something. Azad Zoe. Looking for that run of Omran Haidari, but again a foot in. Sean Se Kyung and Huang Yang both excellent in their defensive work. That is offside. So with an Argon and the Salt Lake ready for a lot of games coming up. Today's just the 8th. There are games on 11th and 14th. Farshad Noor. Sharif. Najim trying to stay. Gets it back and into midfield again. Nazari. Afghanistan just moving the ball around slightly quickly. Musavi now. Past Philip. There's the ball in. Dangerous looking as well. Azad Zoe is onto it. Tried to slip it through. There's the shot on the turn. Straight to Zenpeng. Attempt from Omran Haidari. It's just lurking in that area. A free kick for Hong Kong this time. Law. Caught between two players. They're not making it easy for Law to go past them. Almost a similar situation from where he's made them pay once earlier. So Wong Wai stands over this one along with Wong Ho. Wong Ho eventually takes it. It's a good ball inside as well. Great save. Absolutely brilliant from Azizi. A massive right hand stuck out. Hong Kong with 3 clear, almost. Now Afghanistan at the other end. Offside. Missed anyway. Now finally a good moment for Azizi. Great ball inside. Ooh! Might have been off target, but the way he got down. Just going wide, but Azizi is still making sure everything was covered. Zenpeng has just been given a lecture for time wasting. The referees realized that they've already begun doing it. Hong Kong. Wong Wai looking for that gap for Law to run into. Sharif. Gets it back from Najim. And tried to involve Kuhiyar into play, but he'd probably just strayed offside, which is why he didn't touch it. And looking for another one from Haidari. Again, well defended. Hong Kong taking no risks, no chances in defense. Afghanistan will have to force them. They will have to force the error and force a goal. A number of goals also of importance, because after the points in a head-to-head situation, the goal difference in head-to-head matches will count. Then the goals are scored as well. The teams will hope that no more tiebreakers are used beyond that. Musavi was left waiting. The running from Yu has been relentless down the right side of Hong Kong's defense. Azad Soy ignores Najim, goes more central to Kuhiyar, who's twisting and turning. Now Musavi. Once again, Hong Kong defend deep and defend well. Farshad Noor for Najim. There's the cross in, there's the shot, and it is wide. Nicely recycled towards Najim. As Hong Kong get ready to bring on a couple of players. Wong Wai, who opened the scoring, is leaving for Lok Fung, number 11.
Substitution for Hong Kong. Number 20, Wong Saw Ho, replaced by number 12,
And Leung Kun Chung is also coming in.
Number 10, Wong Wai is replaced by number 11, Gan Long Fong.
Leung Chung. And just goes on to show how Bjorn Anderson wants to start protecting players that have impressed him tonight, and of course that added solidity in midfield and defense as he starts to close this game down completely. Sun. There's the ball inside. Too much on it. Too much for Lok Fung to even get there. Right in front of the coach. Could not really make the exchange, Leung Chung. But into the 70th minute, John Anderson's team has done very well indeed. Here's a chance. A decent effort, but always rising from Yudse Nam, who deserves that opportunity with the quality defending that he's been doing all evening. Why not? One attempt for him as well. Afghanistan will have to buckle down and work for the games coming up. India and Cambodia will be different tests. But in a sense, for Indian fans watching, Afghanistan being their biggest threat in this group, this is the kind of result that they'll be hoping for, not to discount what Hong Kong can also do. And of course, as that game, the next one comes closer, the stadium in this case starts filling up. A massive crowd expected as the doors open once again for Indian football action. The national team will hopefully respond to that kind of support. Philip now. Leung. Lok Fung. And all the way back surely. Matt Orr. Orr again, left foot again, Azizi with the save. Fantastic from Matt Orr. If you can't shoot from inside the box, you surely can attempt from outside it. And the number 9 testing Azizi in the end, a save that he was expected to make. There's the corner. Slight problems inside the box. Another chance for Leung, this time with more height on it. And finally a foul and some respite for Afghanistan. Yeah, easy decision for the referee to give that. Attacking changes from Afghanistan. Faisal Shaiste is obviously on the pitch now. 1 goal away from becoming Afghanistan's top scorer. Shaiste, number 10. And Zubair Amiri has also been brought on. They're throwing everything at Hong Kong now. Is Dastagir, and on the turn, almost paying off. And once again, it's a player who's been on the pitch from the start, Omran Haidari, who got in there. Has some cramps in, time for a water break. Shaiste, of course, with 9 goals so far in Afghan colours. Zubair Amiri will add a lot of extra power in the box if only they can find him in the right places. And still the goals from Wong Wai and Matt Orr are the difference between the two teams. This is the first one. Wong Wai with some brilliant skill to take it onto his stronger side. And when it bounces like that, just in front of the keeper, skidding in, sometimes there is no chance. Matt Orr on the turn, on his stronger side. And you almost knew when he turned and when he shot that that is going to be very difficult to stop. Well, Lim is ready to come on at some point, but he's just going to put his bib back on. Maybe a little bit of a wait. And John Anderson has just changed his mind and sent a different player for warming up now. But a response never really came from the Afghans. I really expected that they will push Hong Kong right till the end. Still lots of time in this game in terms of things that can happen in football. 15 minutes can feel like ages, or they can feel very quick, depending on how this unfolds. Quickly taken. Masavi. Or as Hong Kong win the ball back again. Sun Ming Him not taking any risks. That has been the pattern from Hong Kong. Nothing too fancy, keeping it simple, releasing the ball early, releasing shots early, 2 of which have snuck in and will probably win them 3 points. Shaiste, Amiri and Musavi. Can't go past that challenge from Law. Sharif. Farshad Noor. Farshad Noor trying to slip past just into that gap and just looking for those incisive runs, someone to find space. Space that has been very, very premium in terms of Hong Kong giving it away. Dastagir will not be happy with what he's seen in terms of effort and everything, but the opposition head coach has every reason to be pleased. Came into this with a lot of honesty about having almost no expectations, and then making his team play in this organized way. Massive credit. Shaste. Farshad, there's the ball in, tasty looking as well, but Shawnse aware and in the right place as usual. Surely a standout player, the number 5, even though the plaudits will be taken away by Wong Wai and Matt Orr, and fans back in Hong Kong will cheer those goals, but the defensive abilities from Shawnse and Huang Yang especially have been absolutely brilliant. Not to forget Yu Senam, the number 21. Still the ball inside the box for Afghanistan. There's the shot and roof of the net. Farshad Noor, make sure we're going to have an exciting last 10 minutes. And you switch off for half a second inside the box, and you will pay. Farshad Noor hit that with all the frustration that Afghanistan have collected over the last 80 minutes. Bang, no chance. Always looks good, a goal that hits the net from the inside on the top. Has an unstoppable kind of feeling to it, and Farshad Noor's strike was just that. But can Afghanistan fight back? 2-1 is not enough. But now Hong Kong will be tested. Their mentality will be tested. Their quality will be tested. Farshad Noor again. Zen Peng lets it run. Captain's goal, but he will not be happy with it at 2-1. Another one will make sure that Afghanistan have mustered up a response. And also a great opportunity to see what Hong Kong are made of. Is it just about getting the early goals and then wilting, or can they hold on to it? And so many times it's that latter quality that makes sure that you get the 3 points, you wrap them up. Farshad Noor again. And surely a foul. Tried to ride past it. And a card as well for Sun Ming Him for trying to hold on to Farshad Noor. But setting an example with a driving run was Farshad Noor again. Had to be stopped. It's a good foul to probably commit in that kind of an area before it gets too dangerous. Take a yellow card for the team. Make sure that the attack never materializes. Easier to defend a deep set piece than any kind of cross into the box. They've got to speed it up, Afghanistan. They want to make sure that the ball is at the other end. But Hong Kong will take all their time with this corner. Leung Chung will be taking it. John Anderson has thought of a couple of subs, but hasn't had the chance to make them yet. Not biting on that thought. Not yet, at least. There's the corner. Easily defended. Lok Fung back to Leung, but the ball has gone out of play. Very poorly done, that throw in. No warning at all for Farshad Noor that someone was coming in from behind. Have to communicate. Philip goes out wide for Leung. Good looking ball inside. Past the two Hong Kong shirts. And then eventually defended, but a fine ball from Leung Chung. Philip, Leung Chung, there's a change then. Thomas Maronesi coming on. And Yong Yang, who's done a fantastic job in defensive midfield, is coming off. Sun Ming Him just got to be careful that he does not lash out, already on a yellow. Afghanistan just waiting for the right moment to pounce, but with every positive thought, they have to make sure they have strength in their legs. Not easy out there on the pitch. But at 2-1, you need to find that. You need to find that strength, find that resilience. Find those last few minutes for your muscles to give everything. It's not still make or break for any of the teams in this group, but you have to treat every game like that. Amiri's throw in then. And this is still bobbing on the edge of the box. Certainly there had to be someone there from Afghanistan to make sure that a loose ball is made the most of. So one more change. And Sun Ming Him coming off. And Jahangir Khan comes in his place. Amiri, another long throw in. This time there are men on the edge of the box. Shaiste is one of them, quickly closed down. Handball, but it'll be a free kick. And a yellow card. I think Lok Fung came out with his arm raised. But a replay will provide more clarity. There's the attempt, there's the hand going up. A referee right there. Some might say just the armpit. That debate will rage on if something comes from here. Shaiste is on it, and Shaiste is a superstar for Afghanistan. A record-breaking goal from a free kick will be a moment to cherish. 5 minutes added on. Zubair Amiri, Shaiste Sharif, all three on it. So Shaiste takes, Wall does its job. And that defense will have to do another job of defending this corner now. Is Afghanistan's response too late? Talking, motivating, and reminding what they can do. Azad Zoe is in there. Goes over everybody, a disappointing delivery. Got to just make sure it stays inside the box at this time of the game. And from a player who can surely do better, Zulfikar Nazari. Farshad Noor got one goal back. Sharif's header. Nong Chung. Matt Orr is chasing this. A 50-50 challenge. Law going in strongly on Nazari. Just trying to break up play, winning a free kick. They'll take their time over it. They're changing kick takers and making sure the seconds stick by. It'll be a big win for Hong Kong. Azizi with a throw out wide. Farshad Noor collects. Was under pressure, plays in Shaiste. Masawi. Amiri is asking. Farshad Noor waits. Masawi is there. Headed clear once more. Only temporarily. Now a chance from distance. Got a touch in there. Hong Kong will try and make sure it doesn't go out. Afghanistan will have a corner though. This complaints from Azad Zoe. He thought it was a... He thought he was fouled there, but it's probably going to be a very rare case that he will get a penalty for that. Afghanistan with a corner. This time it's too low, still inside the box. And Hong Kong make sure that it's out. And now they chase. Sean Say with the captain's armband. Now that Yuang Yang is on the bench, taken off, subbed off after a fine performance. Sean Say wins it. First to Kuhiyar, excellent challenge from Philip, who's been absolutely brilliant since coming on, and now it's a 4-on-2 situation. Philip, Matt Orr sends it in, cleared away by Masavi, the winger who had trudged all the way back, but Hong Kong have won after losing their last 7 games in a row. Their last win coming all the way back in 2019. They have produced a fine display of good finishing, of making sure that they make Afghanistan pay for their mistakes, and resolute defending. And one of the favorites of this group, their hopes have already been damaged. Goals, of course, from Wong Wai. That started all of it. Wonderful strike with his right foot. And Matt Orr followed up very quickly. And when you're number 10 and when you're number 9 score goals like that, it always gives motivation to the rest of the team, and they grew from there. Of course, coming under pressure after Farshad Noor's goal made it 2-1 with 10 minutes to go. And they passed that test. Bigger tests coming up, of course, for Hong Kong and Afghanistan as well. Different kinds of teams. Cambodia and India are in action after this game. But that man will be very pleased. A striker who's found his scoring boots. And we are off in Group D. Hong Kong are off with 3 massive points against Afghanistan. Quick break, and of course, very soon, later this evening, India also in action.
Jersey number 9 from